Hello, everybody, and we're back again with It All Depends on the Situation. I'm your host, Eric, and I'm joined in studio. Finally, he's back in studio again with Kevin.
Hello. I have not fallen off the face of the earth.
Yes, so good to have you back in studio, Kevin.
Good
Thank you for dropping by. So, Kevin recently has been kind of like diving back into a lot of old nostalgic retro games, and the big one for us is, in particular, Halo. And you went back and replayed Halo 2 recently.
Yeah, I played through CE and then 2 and just finished 3, but Halo 2 is very near and dear.
That's why I figured we'd probably dive more into, like, you know, the real core of our, you know, nostalgic love for Halo is definitely in Halo 2. So we're kind of going to center around that, I think, mostly in this pod episode, but we'll probably dabble into all kinds of other Halo lore as well, because, like I said, you're the Halo lorist here. You've read all the books and everything.
Yeah, it's my less than guilty pleasure.
Oh, yeah. Wealth of knowledge. Ever have a Halo question, you know, they want to mention on social media for It All Depends? Kevin be happy to answer for you. So
if I don't have it, Halopedia will.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, going back when Halo 2 first came out and everything too, we were just, you know, young shits.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it in, like choir class or something in high school.
Yeah, I remember, all the upper class were talking about this game called Halo. We're just like, what's Halo? Yeah. So we finally picked it up. I think around, November or so, finally got an original Xbox, played Halo, and then we got a copy of Halo 2 that was supposed to be for, I think, Christmas. And we started playing, we're like, oh my God, this is so much better.
Yeah, I remember I played Halo 2 before I played CE, so I still had no idea what I was doing. I couldn't play first-person shooters. I accidentally started a game on Legendary, couldn't operate any of the weapons, couldn't move, was doing circles, staring at the floor, and then get one-shot by everything.
It's like, oops.
This is silly. I don't want to play this.
I just remember, like, it just seemed a lot more dynamic. And I remember that, they actually had, like, cinematic trailers that they try to make, like, a movie. That they advertised for the game. It's like, you're playing a movie in a lot of ways. And the graphics back then really were, like, mind-blowing. Although it was to the point where it was, like, breaking the Xbox because, like, the frame rate would lag so bad on certain cutscenes and moments in the game. But they were really pushing the boundaries of that thing.
Yeah, like, a lot of the textures wouldn't pop, so everything was just really flat.
Yes. That happened a lot. But once again, that's what comes with, you know, they're trying to be trailblazers here. Yeah, making a world-class game that's going to sell millions of copies, and, you know, they had a lot of pressure on them.
Then they succeeded.
Yeah. And that's the one thing, going back, we've watched a Halo 2 documentary, that, like, behind the scenes ad nauseum.
Yeah.
So many times, and they even admit, all the creators say, it was rushed. Like, the vast majority of the story they wanted to come up with, they couldn't do.
Well, they didn't want to make a second one anyway.
Yep.
That was a Microsoft thing.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of forcing their hand, like, hey, guys, make another one.
Yeah.
So, but the original storyboard for it was way more massive, and they're just like, you know, just cut that out, got to cut that out, and just, they really stripped it down to the studs.
Yeah.
So,
shout out to C3 Sabertooth on YouTube. He took all the old storyboards and kind of motion comicked them together.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. He did really cool things with that. He did the Halo 3 one, I think, also.
And I know just recently someone released the Halo 2 E3 demo.
Yeah.
That's kind of been, like, thrown in the vault for decades, and they finally re-released that. That was awesome.
Yeah, they rebuilt that.
Can you replay it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can play it. You can, I know Mint Blitz spent a lot of time trying to break it. He likes to escape boundaries and stuff.
Yeah. I like the hilarious dialogue from Sergeant Johnson at the beginning. Stow it, son!
No pre-recorded bullshit! Except that's all it actually was.
And I remember they showed a clip of that scene in E3 over in 2003 probably. I think it was Jason, I think one of the design creators or game developers of the game. He was the one who was kind of like doing like a little test run of everything and showing off to the crowds.
Oh, that was Joe Staten.
Joe Staten?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was really cool. And it shows that like a little mini clip like, stow it, son!
Yeah. Yeah, he's like trying to talk to Staten a little bit, like how they had it recorded. That was fun. You got to see the dual-wielding SMGs for the first time.
Oh, and everybody just lost their minds. Because, before in Halo, you can only pick up one gun at a time. Halo 2, they introduced dual-wielding, which is kind of broken in Halo 2, because you could just unload at people.
Yeah, and it was different than how other games did it, because other games you pick up two guns, but it acted like one.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a single option or whatever. But Halo 2, you could switch weapons and mix and match.
Oh, yeah.
But you couldn't melee and you couldn't throw grenades.
That's the big thing, too, because as more Halo games came out later on, it became way more balanced and calculated. Like, you'd only have enough clips in order to knock out a shield, but not kill your opponent type of thing.
Right.
Where Halo 2 is just like, unload. Dual-wielding SMGs, you can just mow people down.
Or the pistol and the plasma pistol together and just noob combo everybody. That was fantastic.
Knock out their shields and then one shot to the dome.
Yeah, or the dual needling wielders.
The dual needlers.
Yes, I said that correctly.
As soon as you get hit with all those little needle things, like you just slowly just like it's fate accepted. You're just like, God damn it.
Yeah, there's only a point where you can run so long. If you can do like the what do you call it? Strafing, and you could dodge a lot of them. Mm-hmm. And needling was only so good in that game.
Oh yeah. But what was the best part of Halo 2 for you? Was it more the solo campaign or co-op story, or was it the multiplayer? Because that's where the Halo fans are really kind of divided, because there's multiplayer Halo fans, and then there's the campaign, lore legend Halo fans.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the campaign camp.
Yep, I was too.
Not that I disliked the multiplayer, because I played lots and lots of hours. I'm not going to throw a number at it, but for as many hours as I played, I never got any better. I was always really bad at it, but it was fun, and it's the one I enjoyed the most, even if it might have been one of the more broken ones. Mm-hmm. But definitely the campaign. That one ate up.
I 100% agree. I always enjoyed the campaign, the story side of everything. I thought Halo 2's story was awesome.
Yeah.
But you could definitely feel a sense like it was definitely rushed in a lot of ways, and they didn't really know what to kind of do with the Arbiter, I think, kind of starting off there. But I loved his story.
Yeah, he was definitely... The whole Covenant side of that game is what got its hooks in me and pulled me in and never let me go.
It really opened up more of the world in a lot of ways, because you saw, just from the UNSC standpoint, from like Earth's perspective... Yeah. Now you see from the opposite side, where they're just like, it's like a religious war for this alien race.
Right, and like the parallels in the very beginning of that, how the Arbiter's getting sort of crucified and belittled in front of everybody, and the Master Chief's getting his medals, and it's all over the same event, like the destruction of Halo. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, here you go, Chief, here's commendations, and then the Arbiter's getting burned up with the mark of shame.
Right. It's like, when you first saw Halo, were you blinded by its majesty?
Voice actors were so good.
The Prophet of Truth voice actor. I'm so pissed he didn't come back for the third one.
That one.
I think it was a contract dispute or something, but no, his voice was just, it was enticing. Yeah, he was good.
All the voice actors, like the Prophet of Regret, absolutely killed it.
Oh yeah.
The guy that played the Heretic leader,
the Prophet of Mercy.
Yeah, he didn't get much. Yeah. But like the Heretic leader guy, the Special Operations Commander, Keith David as the Arbiter.
Oh, yeah. Keith David as Arbiter was huge.
Just like even the Marines, like the bunch of the random people they got for the Marines, like Michelle Rodriguez, Orlando Jones.
Oh, yeah.
The Hold On to Your Potatoes
I think it was Laura Prepon.
Yeah.
I think from that 70s show. Yeah, she was in there too.
Yeah, you pull into the tunnel and out.
She gives you a shotgun?
Yeah. Or no, it's Metropolis. Mm-hmm. Take orders on the other side, sir. Take this.
Yep.
Except I never take that because you get destroyed by the Jackal sniper immediately.
Yeah, oh my God. And that's the other thing too. The snipers and the higher difficulties was just insane in Halo 2.
Yeah, they just didn't balance the difficulties. They just made everything harder.
Yeah. Sniper Alley.
God.
Brutal. I remember there was a story of a couple upperclassmen would literally take turns playing in co-op mode, and they played on the hardest difficulty, Legendary, and they literally took turns like running out in the middle of this alley with a bunch of sniper jackals, and he literally said that he saw his buddy get hit in the ankle, killed his character, just saw him go, ugh, and it restarted them to like a previous checkpoint.
Yep.
Insane.
Yeah, the Jackal snipers definitely earned their place in infamy.
Oh, yeah. Let me give them my Welcome to Earth gift basket.
I remember when that came out with the multiplayer pack.
Mm-hmm.
Map pack.
The map pack was a thing that came out like about a year or two after Halo 2 first came out, and it just added extra multiplayer maps.
And they had like the audio, the thing with like your subwoofers and your audio balancing with the grunt and the hunter.
It could test out like your subwoofer and surround sound system.
They did the
surround sound test.
Yeah, they had the surround sound test, the 2 map packs, and the Day at the Beach cutscene that they threw in there, which was really, really cool.
Yeah, Day at the Beach is really neat. Just like a little mini cinematic they had of just like, the Crash Pelican you find in the game.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, hey, here's what happened to the people who did that.
Yeah, and they made that really cool.
Mm-hmm. It's a cool little mini story. But it's just a little extra stuff inside this thing, along with downloading, 3 different individual map packs. 2 of them contained 2 extra maps, and the last one was like the Map-tacular pack that had like 5, including the level Turf, I think.
Yeah, Turf was in there.
Mm-hmm.
God, Turf was so good.
Yeah.
Turf was real good.
But that's the thing, multiplayer maps. The one that always confused me with Halo 2 multiplayer maps was you got a set number of multiplayer maps. I think it was like, about 8 or 9 of them. And then how to get Unlock Foundation.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was so clunky in order to get, it was this little mysterious extra level they had.
Which originally, you had to,
you had to either beat the game in, a certain difficulty, I thought.
That, and you had to do it in, you had to do a certain thing in a Banshee.
Yeah.
There was, 4 or 5 silly, ridiculous, unnecessary steps.
Yeah.
And then the map pack came out. They're like, oh, yeah, you can have this.
Yeah, I think it was auto-included or something.
Yeah, but then I remember, when we actually got it, it was sort of mind-blowing.
Yeah, we're just like, what is Foundation?
God.
Mm-hmm.
And they added the skulls. Hunting for those was kind of
the skulls is a nice
what are
touch.
these things? Mm-hmm. The scarab gun? That thing was impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're like, no way is that giant bridge thing in the background actually part of the level. There's no way.
Yeah, but the scale of Halo 2 is just massive.
And then you have to track or get that Banshee to come all the way through that tunnel with you. Hijack it at the right time in that loading zone.
The timing of everything. And it's just nuts.
Yeah, that... Like, the amount of Easter eggs and little hidden things in that game is insane.
That was the big thing, was the Easter eggs in the Halo 2 campaign. Because, you could find... I remember the first time we found a skull, we're like, what is this thing?
Yeah.
And it does, like, special enhancements or rather, I mean...
Screws you in various ways.
Other disadvantages it gives you in a certain part of the game. Like, some will, like... It'll take away your heads-up display. So you have no more reticle. So you know where the heck you're shooting. It's just a blank screen.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, shit!
Yeah, the Mythic Skull upgrades all the enemies to, like, the highest level they can be.
I still think they put that one skull in to help out Red versus Blue team to help make their movies a little better. Because I think it took away your like heads-up display and everything.
The blind skull. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was the Grunt birthday party skull that makes them all explode like plasma grenades.
Oh, yeah. That's funny. The classic one.
That was
on the kids cheering. Yay!
That was a sound from like... That same audio clip was from Viva Pinata.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's probably like not licensed, so we could probably use it on the podcast too.
It was like a generic.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's the clapping sound from the beginning of Halo 2.
Yeah.
You told me there wouldn't be any cameras. You told me you were going to wear something nice.
Folks need heroes, Chief.
Give them hope.
Oh, yes. I do like how they, when going back and like remastering the thing, like they really updated the graphics of the game. It looks way better. Saber Studios, I think, is the one that like remastered it, right?
Yeah, and it looks fantastic. I still honestly...
Cutscenes, fantastic.
As good as Halo 2 Anniversary looks, I still prefer the original.
Oh, yeah.
I will always prefer the original.
More nostalgic for us.
That and, like, something about, like, even, I'm going to off topic here, off track a little bit, for CE, I aside from not liking how Anniversary CE looked, the original CE, I think, looks fine. I don't understand. Like, make me, in 2025, a Halo game that is that engine right there. Don't modify it all. Just give me a CE engined game.
We made a blind jump. How did they get here first? Covenant ships have always been faster.
Captain Keys.
And Cortana, let's give our friend a warm welcome. I've already begun.
There's a meme I love. It's like Master Chief walks up to Keys and he's like cracking knees. And this Master Chief is like a container of ibuprofen. It's like, good to see you, fast relief.
Good to see you, fast relief. Oh.
But yeah, Halo 2, man. It's...
And then they had, Captain Key's daughter, Miranda, kind of take over for him. Miranda Keys, your father's, selfless sacrifice, blah, 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 and gave her, like, some big medal.
20 years later, that game still has its claws firmly embedded in me.
There can be no greater heresy.
But you going back to the voice acting for Halo 2 was iconic.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal.
Holy crap.
The Gravemind.
I am 343 Guilty Spock.
And I am 2401 Penitent Tangent.
Yep.
Monitor of Ace Installation
This will save me from the storm, but you will be consumed.
Whack! Stinking floodbait boxed himself in tight. We'll never break through this.
Kill me or release me, parasite. Do not waste my time with talk.
Come out, heretic, so we may kill you.
And then the Gravemind is like the biggest what the fuck moment in all of Halo.
Like, what is that?
I am the monument to all your sin.
Yeah, I feel like they changed him a little bit for Halo 3.
Oh, yeah.
Aside from not speaking in fun little rhymes anymore, but
they give him like a triangle mouth too. I think I'm just like, what the heck?
I don't think you see him in Halo 3. He's just
no, in Halo 2, the remake.
Oh yeah,
they definitely what the heck?
They definitely made him more of like a meaty, monsterish kind of, which I guess he would be considering what he's made.
He's basically just like a manifestation of the flood, right?
Yeah, but I kind of liked his green, gassy, glowing Halo 2 form.
Yeah, it was just like one of the biggest what the hell moments in gaming history. You're like, what is this thing?
And like you play through Halo 3 and you're like, oh yeah, he's been around for a really long time. How the hell did he get on Halo, like Delta Halo? How did he survive that long? What is he consuming? And why haven't the Sentinels or anything done anything about this?
Right.
Go in there and destroy it.
The flood.
Such a good part of that game.
Well, like, especially towards the end there, because they really start taking over everything. Yeah. Even High Charity, it's like, oh shit.
And like the first 4 levels you play as the Arbiter is nothing but the flood. I mean, you fight the heretics too, but it's like...
It's an amber clad. I don't detect any human life forms there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, here we go.
Like when you get dropped in the Sentinel wall with like has the Arbiter, like that was just kind of a creepy feeling, and then the flood just starts coming out of the woodwork. Like, of course you're going to fight the flood as the Arbiter, but...
I think that was the biggest thing that kind of hung over Halo until Halo 4 came out, was like the mystery of the Forerunners. Like, Halo had that aura of just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't know like what mystery was laying around the corner, and that kind of kept a lot of the mystique up.
Yeah.
Halo 4, it kind of felt like, the lid was off the mystery box, and it's
Yeah.
like, dang, you kind of lost that,
Yeah, they definitely took some of the mystery out of it, and as much as I like that, I'm not crapping on the 343 era stuff because I really like a lot of that. But I will give credit where it's due that they don't hold a candle to the Bungie era stuff. Like you can look at a giant Bungie era Forerunner thing, and you're like, what is that? And then sadly 343 will be like, oh yeah, that's a Forerunner bathroom. That's the size of a city block. Yeah, it's like you said, it lost a lot of the mystique and the mystery.
It did. I think that was intriguing to a lot of people that were like getting into Halo. It's just like, whoa, the grandeur and scale of like everything there, because this is like multi-generational, like, different creatures from different planets, like all coming together, and just if you really dive into the backstory of it, like kind of like that one Blu-ray DVD that came out, like Halo Legends.
Oh yeah,
that talks about like the origins of like the Forerunners, everything. That was interesting.
Yeah, there was a lot of boo-boos in that also. For as much as I liked it.
Oh yeah, contradicting.
Yeah,
narratives.
There was which again, C3 Sabertooth did a big. It's like an hour-long video of how it simply spiraled off how like the art direction. Some people say that it wasn't changed from Bungie to 343. They'll say no, it's just slightly different. But it's a very good video, and it highlights a lot of how they change things for just the sake of change. But he makes a lot of valid points, and like in that Origins thing, it's like, oh yeah, the Covenant and the humans fought together to fight the Flood. And it's like that absolutely didn't happen.
Right.
I don't know. He points out a lot of good things and blames a lot of it on Frank O'Connor, which may or may not be right because some of it probably was him. But
dang it, Frank.
If you get a chance, watch that video.
Yeah.
Donate some time to it. It's very good.
Definitely will.
It because a lot of it, like going from Halo 3 to like Halo or Bungie era games to 343 era games, and like the books and stuff, I noticed there was a change, but it didn't really dawn on me because it was like almost like it trickled in and like drip fed me, and I didn't like, and then it piled up and I just kind of got used to it. But then I watched that video one time and I'm like, oh my god, there's a laundry list of things that I knew they changed, but seeing it all dumped out in front of me was like kind of mind blowing. Which like to Halo 4 and like Halo Wars 2, they undid the end of Halo 3. Like the Flood's back, so you didn't stop the Flood. You didn't destroy the Ark. I'm out of the ideas already.
This is Halo Wars 2? Because I still...
Just a lot of like the 343 era stuff. Was like they undid pretty much all of the end of Halo 3, so like everything you did meant nothing.
The good old gaslighting, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
The whole reason for the Covenant War was like that the humans were Forerunners, so they were trying to eliminate them. Spoiler alert if you didn't know that. But then 343 is like, no, dude, they're humans. So that was the entire basis for the...
Reclaimer?
Yeah. Like, I think they're still trying to fix it, and like I said before, I really enjoy a lot of the newer stuff, even if it is contradictory. I just kind of deal with it because it's fun. I don't know. I'm just immersed.
That's what I mean. It's a very entertaining story, nonetheless. Yeah. So,
and I like the directions that they're going, but if somebody turned the clock back and said, no, we're just going to stick with the Bungie era stuff, I'd be like, okay, fine. And
I would too.
I'd honestly be very curious if they would sort of like alternate timeline, continue from like the end of Halo 3 and see where things would go from there instead of where they are now.
Yep. Warp back to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I hope they don't, because I like where things are, but
yeah,
it has become kind of muddled and messy. But I mean, it is what it is.
Going back to
yeah, sorry, tangent.
Oh no, you're good. Going back to Halo 2. Remember, like the big selling point of that game, I think, was the advent of Xbox Live.
Absolutely.
Incorporating that with Halo for the first time ever. I remember that was huge.
Yeah.
Whenever, going back to, 2004 when that came out. Yeah, just the massive, like, marketing sale of, like, Halo with Xbox Live, two of our biggest features in, like, game. And
yeah, that was when, like, Xbox was new and newer, and Halo 2 obviously was new, and Xbox Live was pretty...
Online gaming was just in its infancy, and both Halo 2, it really was the beginning stage of, like, modern online gaming.
And you could have, like, the clan and the friends list, and you could chat and message, and just...
That ranking system was absolutely brutal. Holy crap.
Yeah, that was rough.
Probably the most legit ranking system out there, because, like, you play with your friends, but you risk, like, if you kept losing games, you'd drop rank very quickly.
Yeah, which was funny. You could lose one game and drop a rank, and then 3 games later you win, and you're still not going up. It was like my credit score.
Absolutely
easy to go
brutal.
down and terribly hard to get back up.
Yeah, that was, and that's a whole different thing too. Because like we whipped through like legendary, which is the hardest difficulty in the campaign. Just like, oh, this is great. We're kicking ass.
Yeah.
You go online, it's a whole different beast. Like you just get your ass handed to you by these veteran players that are just like, they've either broken the code or they like turned up their sensitivity and mastered playing it like a ridiculous level where they can like spin around and nail you in those random places.
Yeah, it's like I've always been not great at first-person shooters, but some of the dudes online made me feel like I've never played one before.
Yeah, it's nuts. The level, and that's why they have disclaimers in like other games, like after Halo 2, where they're just like, yeah, online play may vary, depending on your difficulty. And it's just like, oh yeah.
And like the dudes that could do the button combos, like the BXB and the BXR, so, like those guys are the people that could do the super jumps off like real quick. Just any
and take advantage of like your little Easter eggs and bugs in the game where they like end up on top of like that one level, I think it's headlong.
Yeah.
Or no, there's another one where you can literally sit there with a sniper rifle on top of the building. They can't hit you, but you can just sit there and snipe it down at them. And just like
might have been headlong.
Yep, dick them over.
That and like the wall jumping where there's like little bits of geometry that you could like kind of jump and climb walls that way. Mm-hmm. Those kind of things were like the guys that. It's a skill gap, and that's what it is. And to the guys that can do it, good for you. I was never that good, so I sucked.
People would go up and like camp in those random places.
Yeah,
just like damn. Like over on Ascension, they try to jump up to that very tall platform and just snipe down at you.
Yeah,
like, damn it.
Or like the one time I get in the Banshee, somebody's got the rocket launcher, dead.
Mm-hmm. That's the other thing too. They finally added the Banshee to multiplayer in Halo 2 because we never had that in the first Halo. Because Halo 1, I don't think we had... They had certain vehicles, like the tank was a lot faster, and like you could shoot both the machine gun and like the main tank cannon, I think, in that Scorpion. Yeah, Halo 2's tank was just a chugger. Yeah. Like, it just sat there and went so freaking slow.
Yeah, it gave you the machine gun and the main gun, but like Halo 1's was weird because it had the recharge time visible on the cannon, and it gave you like the 5 dots or whatever, but then it wouldn't always hit where you were aiming.
Right.
Like it had the reticle, but it could.
It was a really clunky looking reticle because it's just like it's got 4 points on it, and you're supposed to like gauge like where it's going to land in those 4 points.
Yeah, and it was like sometimes it would shoot straight, and sometimes it would kind of shoot to the side.
Yeah, and you're just like, what the?
Yeah.
Damn it! The machine goes all over the place too. It's like.
Yeah, I can't remember if the Banshee was in like the CE PC version.
I think it was, but I remember like they couldn't have it in the multiplayer version. And I remember in the campaign. If you run really fast with active camo, you can steal that one Banshee and like kind of take off before the elite gets it. He's like, oh shit!
Yeah, then like 2 betrayals. There's the 3 parts. You got to get the Banshees there.
And you have to go like blow up your shields, and then they send all the freaking either the flood or the sentinels after you. They fry your ass. It's like,
yeah.
Good times with that one.
Yeah, right. The second pulse generator got me every time. There was always that big wave of flood that comes through the door, and then the sentinels. It just turned into a cluster.
And then there's the very last level where you're trying to like ignite the one engine room or something like that over in the Pillar of Autumn. It's like, god damn it.
Yeah, I like that people have like analyzed the Warthog run. It's like, why is the Warthog run bigger than the whole ship? Why is there this giant, like quarter-mile gap in the ship? What is this?
If we leave now, we might have just enough time for another 7-minute journey.
Right? Where do we get the extra time from?
It's like, gosh darn it. Playing by Star Trek rules here.
Sadly,
bigger than the ship.
No Warthog run in Halo 2.
Nope, but in Halo 3 they brought that back.
There was supposed to be one in Halo 2.
That's what I thought.
And I want to say it was in like the high charity level when the Chief gets into the Forerunner ship.
That's true. The Halo 2 ending was actually the battle against Tartarus.
Tartarus, stop.
No, Arbiter. The great journey has begun.
Please, don't shake the light bulb.
You want to keep that brain inside your skull and let that person speak.
That was... God, it was so good. Gets the nostalgia juices flowing.
Oh, yeah. That's, great voice acting, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't shake the light bulb.
So what do you think your favorite campaign mission was?
Ooh, in Halo 2... Halo 1 was Silent Cartographer. I always liked that one because it's kind of like very free-range exploring island. Yeah. But Halo 2, my favorite level... I don't know. I like the Scarab Gun level. There's a few different ones.
Metropolis was good.
Yeah. I like playing as Arbiter, too, was interesting, because it gave you, like, different weapons and everything. You got to use the sword, and I'm like, oh, my God! Because you couldn't do that in Halo 1.
The first time that I played that, like, the first Arbiter mission, I paid no attention to it.
Yeah.
And then they just dropped me, and I'm like, oh, I got a sword. Oh, my God, there's all these aliens. I got to fight them. So I'm just beating the shit out of friendlies, and I didn't think about it. And they turned on me, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
That one level, I think, what is it, Delta Halo, where you just go flying down with like all the ODST pods, and Cortana's like, "Could you possibly make any more noise?"
Rocket launcher.
And he pulls up the freaking spanker rocket launcher. God, I guess you can.
Yeah, that was a fun level.
Mm-hmm. Blasting the hell out of grunts. And then that and jackals, and they're just like sitting up on the little You can target them with the rocket launcher in that game too, which is really cool. Because before the rocket launcher couldn't like home or track.
Yeah.
Now you could just hold in the trigger button and it's just like beep 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 beep, and let it go, and bam.
Yeah, that Delta Halo was good. Regret was pretty fun when you go beat up the old man in his wheelchair.
Yeah, the Prophet of Regret is just like flying around this little floating chair, and he's like beaming you with this like ridiculous energy beam that knocks out your shield so fast.
Yeah, they just
get trying to sneak up on him and just start like wailing on the guy. And he's like, and
then he teleports, and then the honor guards get you.
Mm-hmm. And then they like send this big old shit. No, they send like almost an entire fleet and High Charity after you. As soon as and Master Chief's like running for his life behind his massive energy beam.
Yeah, they drop the Covenant carrier out there to destroy the place.
It sounds like you might be doing Truth a favor.
This is not your grave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the first time he shows up. You're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, just like this weird looking
this
tendril just comes out and like wraps around Master Chief and drags him into the depths. I'm like, what is this?
I'm a monument to all your sins.
Yeah, it was like one of the biggest what in the world?
Yeah, like what was that?
And then Arbiter ends up there too. Like, aren't they on? They're both on that same Halo ring. Yeah, but like Arbiter gets flung down a pit.
Yeah, it's directly above that when he gets the sacred icon.
They ordered me to do it.
When the prophets learn of this, they'll take your head.
Mm-hmm.
Will they?
And then he zaps him down the hole.
Yep. Well, he hits him with his hammer, right?
And he does like the little gravity pulse out of it.
I think in the remake, doesn't he actually whack him with the hammer?
No, I think he actually they just definitely they redefined the gravity pulse from it, like where it actually beams out there and hits him. They didn't really do that.
And he goes ragdolling down that giant crevice.
Yeah.
Ends up in the grave mine.
And somehow the grave mine snatches him up.
Kill me or release me, demon. Do not waste my time with talk.
I'd rather not piss this thing off.
There is much talk.
It's like, oh!
Suck it, Arbiter.
Ultimate clapback. So he's just like, you guys are religious fanatics. Suck it up.
Yeah, right. All your stuff is a lie, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the Prophet of Regret.
Yeah.
This one knows nothing about containment.
This one's containment. And this one's great journey are one and the same. They're trying to freaking kill me.
That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, right.
He's like, I'm trying to save my skin by framing it in a way where it's saving your skin.
Right. Mm-hmm. To save yourself, you got to save me.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, screw it. Just activate it. It's fine.
Tartarus just like,
no, great journey.
Yeah.
Blinded by their faith.
Yeah, and his
Tartarus.
Weird loyalty to truth.
We've been lied to.
I can't think if I have a favorite mission in that game.
The very last one's kind of funny with Sergeant Johnson, where he's like,
listen,
sheriff. You like me, I don't like you.
Mr. Mohawk's going to activate this ring, and we're all going to die. Yeah, there's not a time where I play that game and I don't get the Banshee in to kill Tartarus. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I love doing that, because you can actually do a thing where you like clip off the end wings of a Banshee, and you can like slide it through like little holes and
After Johnson blows up the doorway to the control room, you can get a Banshee in there.
Yeah, and the final boss battle with Tartarus, you can fly a Banshee around and just absolutely smash him.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for the Johnson's like 3 energy beams to come and like knock out his shields, and that gets annoying.
I didn't realize this until like last year. I never even thought about it. You can take a beam rifle in there with you and shoot out his shields.
I've done that before.
Yeah, never even thought about it.
Yep, and it can kind of break it. But once again, you gotta pulse it in a way where like it doesn't freeze up on that third shot where you're like boom, boom, because then you're sitting there like wiggling the freaking gun, and meanwhile the shields are like starting to come back on Tartarus. You're like, wait!
Yeah, he comes over and hammers you right in the face.
Right, and that was obnoxious. That was a kind of a more trickier boss fight, not on the easier difficulty, but on legendary, it's like, oh my god, just freaking die!
Yeah, their boss fights weren't the greatest, but
they were clunky.
They were fun. The one I could never understand was the heretic leader.
Yeah,
boss.
The heretic boss. If he's like, okay, yeah, because his duplicate could kill you.
Yeah, I don't understand. How do you get the holograms to do stuff?
Yeah.
It's a hologram.
Makes no sense.
If you have that technology, why not just make an army of holograms to fight your war?
Yeah.
Quit sacrificing people.
Exactly. That's what I mean. He could attack you with his holograms, but like anytime you want to go attack a hologram, like they could take no damage. And you have to try and pick between, 3 of them?
Yeah, and he would keep, like if you destroy one hologram, he would put another one out.
Yeah, so it's like this never-ending thing. You're just like, oh my god!
Yeah, it was... That was a fun one. Like the higher difficulties, he gets like 2 plasma rifle pulses and you're dead.
Yeah. Ugh.
That one, you got to be good at like sticking or noob comboing him.
That's the thing. I would always kind of like hide behind a little pillar and just chuck sticky grenades at him, and just hope and pray that like you got the right one. You just hear this, and he'd like crumple.
Him and Guilty Spark have a lot of cool dialogue.
Oh yeah,
they go back and forth in that mission though. Like if you let them play out, there's some neat stuff in there.
And then there's also, I think in what is that Halo? I don't know if it's the remake anniversary edition or if it's the Halo 2 anniversary edition, where actually you can find special like hidden messages.
Oh, the terminal thing.
Yeah, in terminals. And they actually go back and like I think there's like different scenes where he's conversing with 343.
Yeah,
where he learns that the Covenant's been lying about the Great Journey.
3 of them where it's like his interaction with Spark on the gas mine. Sadly, it's a different voice actor, but the guy did pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was pretty convinced. I thought it was the same guy.
Yeah, I could tell by listening to him, and it wasn't the same guy, but he did a fair job.
Oh yeah.
I'll give him credit where it's due.
This will save me from the storm.
Yeah, that guy is a little nerd moment. He was one of the bad guy, well, sort of bad guys in the first RoboCop.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the guy that I think like funds or like RoboCop was his idea, and then the bad guy that plays Eric Foreman's dad in that 70s show kills him.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah, he like puts a grenade in his apartment and blows him up.
Get the blow button. Bye.
That's what happens after the Arbiter kills him.
Right.
And Tartarus shows up and snatches everybody up.
Well, I thought it was 343 shows him. She's like, well, it's a shame.
Yeah.
It was so handy.
His edification was most enjoyable. And then...
You just hear him.
Oh, my!
Yeah.
Hold on to your potatoes.
That is the Oracle. So it was.
He just like throws him
Chucks
over
it
his shoulder, right into the Phantom.
Come on.
Yeah, the Arbiter levels were like a little lackluster, but I think were some of my more cherished in that game just because of the different perspective.
The whole concept of the Arbiter was kind of like mind-blowing to me. It's just like, there's this guy who's basically elected to be like the spiritual leader on like a divine suicide mission to lead all the elites.
Yeah, that's like their way of because it's a way to, in case his faith gets shaken, so that he doesn't turn against the Covenant. It's like the elites are so honor bound that like they'll do anything to reclaim the honor, so they'll go kill themselves, but usefully.
Right.
But that part where he like they show him the armor and he goes up there and gets the helmet and he puts it on and he's like, "What would you have your Arbiter do?" I'm like, that still gives me fucking chills. Like I get pumped. And then he gets in the Phantom with the Spec Ops commander and he's giving that little speech. On the blood of our fathers, on the blood of our son. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is badass.
Have you seen, it's a more recent thing, where they actually came up with a redub video in Gen Z or like Gen Alpha slang, where it said Halo if it was good. And it was that whole sequence with, the Prophet of Truth and then Prophet of Mercy and Arbiter. And they just rephrase all their lines with their original voices, where it's just like skibidi.
Yeah. What would you have a Rizzler do?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We did have you gritty deep down in Ohio. The Rizzlers from now until Pennsylvania. It's just like, what the?
There was supposed to be in like the original scheme of Halo 2. I think it was Halo 2. Maybe it was Halo 3. I don't remember. Anyway, there was a level that was supposed to be like as High Charity's getting taken over by the Flood. You get to the mausoleum and all the old Arbiters are Flood infected, and you have to fight a bunch of Flood infected Arbiters. Like, oh, that sounds kind of wild, actually.
That does. Because, I mean, all their bodies are basically just, like, entombed all in that one facility. And just, they could get taken over by Flood. Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, I thought that would have been neat.
Good concept.
Yeah, I've got no favorite level from Halo 2. There's the whole goddamn game.
Edge the Sigma.
Holy crap.
Yeah, oh my God, it was so freaking legendary. Could probably play that because I don't think there's copyright on that thing either.
See if it can be uncovered.
Halo, if it was good.
If it was good.
Such a Gen Z slang thing.
What an audacious title.
Is it going to pull up on here? Doing something.
Actors of Kai Cenat and I show speed. I have brought you the El Riz.
You may goon Duke Dennis.
But
and take your bus and Giats with you.
Edge the Sigma.
The Lux Maxers decided to have you grittied down in Ohio, and your El Riz streamed on TikTok. But ultimately, the terms of your rizzing are up to Baby Gronk.
I'm already rizzed.
Ski Biddy.
Like, what the hell?
I didn't understand not a one word that just happened there. Getting grittied in Ohio.
Cave.
Like, what? Halo, if it was good.
Sadly, it's not good.
Edge the Sigma.
Take your bus and Giats with
Bus
you.
and Giats.
Like, what the hell? Oh, my God. I love stuff like that. I think it's so freaking funny. I know they're just totally trolling and messing with people.
Yeah, I don't have any idea what was even possibly just said there.
Edge the Sigma.
Skibidi.
It's just so freaking funny. Because we're so used to that dialogue, because we played it ad nauseum for like decades now.
Yeah.
And just seeing like an absolute just mockery of it is just fantastic.
Yeah, that's a good one. Again, not even knowing what it means makes it, I think, funnier.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because it's just absolute nonsense.
Oh, my gosh. But yeah, internet memes like that. And think about all the old Halo memes they used to have, too. So they had, bet you can't stick it.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. What was that? Just a little something for the fans.
Oh, yeah.
I did. We were just watching House the other day, and Orlando Jones showed up, and I was like, I can't see Orlando Jones without hearing, "The game looks awesome, dude."
Oh, yeah. He was in the movie, what was it, Evolution?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That was a weird movie.
Yeah.
But he was also, like, one of the voice actors, I think he was one of the Marines, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So, oh, Lord, it's raining aliens!
Yeah, that, and he's, I can't think of who the lieutenant or whoever is in Metropolis when the Scarab shows up, and it blows up the tank. Marine, did I give you permission to bitch? I'm pretty sure it's that guy.
The freaking tank. Yeah, it absolutely just, like, smashes through it. It's like, well, good!
When I called for reinforcements, I didn't think they'd send a Spartan.
That's him, huh?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Usually that level, we always just kind of, like, burst past the guy and, like, don't even, like, listen to his dialogue.
Yeah, run straight up
Because we're
past
almost
him.
done with the level. We're just like, oh, my God, just get to the end.
Yeah. That clunky friggin' Scarab.
Mm-hmm.
Get inside and get wrecked by all the guys in there.
Yeah, that's a weird looking Scarab because, like, what, in Halo 3, like, they actually have, like, you know, an actual, you know, it's the main look of how they usually look.
Yeah, they...
You get into the back and you're supposed to, like, what, destroy its butthole and it just, like, you know, eventually goes down and...
Yeah, you gotta, like, blow up the legs to get it to crash and climb on.
Hop onto it and then, yeah, just
Blow up the...
smack it in the ass and it blows up.
Yeah, because they had the... instead of it being piloted by, well, pilots, the Halo 3 ones were controlled by hunter worms. That's what was inside those things. So it's
so it's like a big hunter.
Yeah, it's
huh?
just like a giant hunter.
Oh.
Sort of.
Makes sense, so it has a weak point.
Yeah.
So, blow it up and...
Yeah, and Halo 3's lighting engine is...
Tank beats everything!
Oh, man, I could do this all day. Yeah, Halo 3's lighting engine is fantastic. Like, all the explosions look great.
Oh, yeah.
Game's
Visually, aesthetic-wise, yeah, Halo 3 was... I mean, it was on a whole different console. Think about it. That was, like, on 360 compared to Halo 2. Halo 2, they were just, like I said, the frame rate was barely catching up in certain cutscenes. And
What amazes me is, like, you could blow up the phantoms and stuff in that game. And, like, Halo Infinite, this is the only comment I'm going to make about that game. Besides, like, I like that game, but you blow up a phantom in Infinite, and it just, like, puffs out. It just, yeah, there's no debris, there's no explosion. It just, poof. Yeah, it's like a dandelion getting puffed in the wind.
like, ooh, there's a cloud.
Yeah, what?
There it is.
Yeah, come on.
Yep.
You guys
no debris scattering everywhere
Yeah,
or,
you
like,
can do
blood or
better.
guts.
Yeah. You're on this top-tier console. Come on. You can do better. Halo 4 on the 360 looked like somebody sold their soul to the devil for how good, like, the cutscenes in that game looked.
The Diadact was flying around that little orb and, like, breaks the laws of physics where it's like flying in and out of everything. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, and, like, Lasky's face in that game looks fantastic.
Oh, yeah, they did, like, I think motion capture, and they did, like, I think they did the dots, I think, on the face,
like
too.
the face
to
mapping.
really get, like, a facial rendering.
Yeah.
You know what other... and I always go back to this game and reference it all the time, is L.A. Noire. Never played it, but they make it... the technology they use to capture facial expression and emotion in the face.
Yeah.
Because you need to be able to detect if someone's lying or not. They have that technology. It's been there for over a decade.
Yeah.
And why they don't incorporate that in games now where, like... You know, the mouths aren't synced up to like the voice is saying what you're hearing. And I'm just like, this technology is like a decade old now.
Yeah.
Almost 15 years now. And it's like, you guys can do this with games now. What are you doing?
Yeah, that was one thing I didn't really care for in Halo 3 was the faces.
At least it wasn't as egregious as ODST. Hello, beautiful.
Those
The wild waving hand gestures.
the motion capture in that game was hilarious, and I love it.
Over the top, just like arms flailing around.
Yeah, there's not a cutscene where something
combat.
isn't moving in that. Like, even when Romeo picks up the sniper rifle, like the bipod on the rifle is flopping around all over the place. What the hell am I supposed to do with this inside a Covenant ship?
Please tell me there's nothing left to do. Finally.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, there's
Gestures.
It's like, I want to know if they were just doing that to test the capabilities for like Reach, or when they were working on Destiny,
Maybe.
like just to like test out their motion capture
It
rigs.
seems very cartoony.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways, because it was just like wild, wacky.
Yeah, it was
waving.
Wild, wacky, waving, inflatable, flailing tube.
Yes,
man. That's what that
100%.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, like the tube bin out there.
Yeah.
For the dealerships. Whee!
I'm Al Harrington. I'm Al Harrington's wacky, waving, inflatable, arm flailing tube emporium. All the way in Weekapog.
Or passing the savings on to you.
I'm currently overstocked with wacky, waving, inflatable, arm flailing tube men. I'm passing the savings on to you. Yeah.
Speaking of selling stuff, good time to get a plug in.
Yeah.
If you guys get a chance, I got an audiobook recommendation for you, narrated by me once again, Eric Brown. It is called Raven's Lament by Frank Taliber. It is a fantastic little story based on the Haida tribe over in Canada. So lots of supernatural elements to it. It's a mystery thriller, and I go through all kinds of different voices all throughout the book. Just like one of the more challenging books I've done. Absolutely check this one out. So Kevin's actually listened to it too. Absolutely,
It's solid.
yeah, fantastic book. So about 9 hours, about 9 hours of a listen, but definitely check it out. Now available on Audible. It's called Raven's Lament. So definitely give that one a listen. So it was a lot of fun putting that one together. Doing the different character voices was fantastic.
Does good.
Oh yeah. So it's right up there with Halo 2 with all the different voices.
I can't read, so I listen to Audible, and 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Oh yeah. And we'll get more contracts rolling in here. I'm actually busy working on a whole bunch of other ones too. So I've yet to get a Halo book though. I know there's a decent amount of them out there, but I know they probably get a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, they get Scott Brick a lot.
Yeah.
Which he does pretty good.
I've got a few Audible Halo books. I don't know if I've listened to them all the way through though, but I think the stuff I have listened to, actually the one you recommended was Andy Serkis with the Silmarillion. That's phenomenal.
Any of the Tolkien books that he does are great.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing against the other narrator, but Andy Serkis.
Yeah, Serkis just brings it to a whole different level because he can actually mimic Gollum and everything. It's like, whoa.
And he does different. Like the other guy was a little monotone for me. Again, I'm not trying to dog on his work because he did good, but Andy Serkis was better for me.
Could you imagine a Halo book being read by Steve Downes, the voice of Master Chief?
He did
or like Keith David, the voice of Arbiter, would be fantastic.
Yeah, that would have been cool. There was an Arbiter-centric book that came out, and everybody was hoping he would do it, but it wasn't him.
That'd be great. Missed opportunity if you didn't voice that one.
Steve Downes did a clip for, I think, Silent Storm. Before that came out, it was just one chapter that he read. It was good. They got Keith Sarabica to do Epitaph, which is a Didact-centric book. So the voice of the Didact reading about the Didact was really cool.
You played a snippet of that one. I'm just like, whoa, that's legit.
There's a few Audibles that are done by, they're Halo books that are done by Ewan Morton. And he does a lot of different, like the whole Kilo 5 trilogy and then Halo Silentium he does a lot of good voices in those.
That's the key. You got to get a good voice actor, like doing different voices, and it's like, paints a beautiful picture. Yeah. So that's tons of fun. And I do like listening to a theatrical production of an Audible book too, or like just any type of audio book where it's an entire team of people.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, like I said, doing lady voices is trickier for me because, like I said, natural guy voice. You tend to I can do different scales of I can sound kind of like down here. I can sound like this, blah, blah, blah. Or just like the different ranges of guy stuff. But doing a lady voice is very tricky.
Yeah.
So.
Like, Hunt the Truth. How they got the cast of characters for that was really cool. Sadly, none of that really panned out, but it was easily one of the better audio things I've listened to, at least for the franchise. So that was fun.
I'll need to pick up some more Halo audiobooks. It sounds good. Was there any... Because here's the thing. The Halo book started from a novel. Usually, I think, from Eric Nyland, and I think a couple other authors, too.
Yeah, Eric Nyland did Fall of Reach. William Dietz did the the Flood, which was just a retelling of Halo CE.
I was gonna say, did they basically use his work to basically scope out the game?
It was Fall of Reach came out right before CE, then CE came out, and then the Flood came out.
Yep.
Which just added a bunch of other stuff around.
And I still never read First Strike, and I think that's also Eric Nyland again.
That one was really cool.
Yeah. They're good reads. You ever get a chance to. But yeah, I remember reading The Flood. I'm going, what the heck?
And then they got Eric Nyland to come back and do Ghosts of Onyx, which is probably top 3 books for me.
That's what you were saying. Yeah, Ghost of Onyx is really good.
Ghost of Onyx is really good.
Now, Onyx is a shield world, isn't it?
Correct.
Kind of like Requiem?
No.
From Halo 4? No?
They're both shield worlds, but
Different?
Onyx,
structure?
I think, was supposed to be like the original concept in the universe, at least, but then they started making other kinds, because then like the one from Halo Wars came in too. That was a shield world.
That's right.
So then they'd like, okay, there's a few different kinds. Cole Protocol by not Nyland. What's his name? Come on.
Yep. To Google.
Well, to Audible. I just had this one open. Sorry, everybody. Tobias Bakel. He did Cole Protocol, which was, I didn't like that one as a younger fellow, but in my adulthood, I really, really grew to like that one. It has like 79 chapters or something.
Holy shit.
But that's because he uses the chapters to split up perspectives. So like this person's talking chapter 2, this person's talking chapter 3.
Yeah.
So
I've had audiobooks like that too. I did The Lost Pages of Vietnam. Had 101 chapters, and it's basically just like, go into detail about, there's a lot of stuff that went down in Vietnam that I didn't realize. Holy crap. So, but yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I got to listen to that one.
That's a good book. So get a chance. Yeah. Lost Pages of Vietnam. So by, I think it's Lyle Fisher is the author. Yep. By Lyle Fisher. Lost Pages of Vietnam. Yeah. Definitely check that one out. Fun book too. So very long book. That was my longest one I've done so far. I think that's like over 15 hours.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's a long book. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
The Forgotten Pages of the Vietnam War by Lyle B. Fisher.
I have that one somewhere in my library.
Oh yeah.
Need to get
if you're on long car rides, listen to that one. You'll learn all kinds of interesting facts about like all the crazy stuff that went on during that war.
Yeah.
The stuff like fragging, where literally like, if certain officers didn't like a particular officer over them that was like leading them into like battles all the time unnecessarily, they'd like toss a frag grenade in his tent and blow him up.
Jesus.
I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, it sounds very similar to like Halo in a lot of ways too. You just randomly go around and like frag things and
oh hey, sleeping grunts, whack.
yeah. But no, that was actually a thing in Vietnam. It's like, what the fuck?
Huh.
Yeah, crazy shit. So
Weird times.
but okay, talking about like the grenades and stuff in there. Halo 2's grenades, I think were they stronger than Halo 1?
I feel like they weren't.
Don't think so?
I feel like they were not.
You could actually use them to help you propel with a super jump, I think.
You could grenade jump in that game.
Yeah, grenade jump, and you could get over certain obstacles. Like, what's that? I think it's the first level you play as Master Chief, I think. Or no, it's the second level I think you play as Master Chief, right? When you're down on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use a grenade jump to get over like a certain thing. And I think you can like shortcut through that level.
Yeah.
Just go over top of the buildings. It's so hilarious. You just run around.
Yeah, Outskirts is hilariously broken. You can skip like 3/4 of that level just by going right to the Hotel Zanzibar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the grenades, like the frag grenades, are super bouncy. They bank off everything and then they explode really fast, not like the giant coconuts in CE.
Halo 1's, you could like toss a country mile, couldn't you? You lob that sucker. It was just boom.
Yeah, the plasma grenades you can't throw those very far in Halo 2. The brutes could. They would throw those.
Yeah, they'd lob those suckers a country mile. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, like when the brutes are berserking and then they throw a grenade, the animation isn't there. It just shoots out of them.
The one thing that drove me nuts, I don't know, I don't think Halo 2 started, I think it was Halo 3, it was the suicide grunts. Pissed me off. Where they sit there and take out 2 plasma grenades, stick them in both their hands, and just run at you like a friggin' jackass. Yeah. They basically just destroy themselves. Like, God damn it!
Yeah, you can hear them squealing as they come after you.
It's almost as bad as like the super mutant from Fallout 4 with the frickin' nuke in their hand. You just hear the beep slowly getting closer. Beep, 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 and then bam, a mini nuke launches.
Yeah, what a turd. Do for the mini nuke.
Son of a bitch! I think Halo 3 ODST had those stupid things too. The suicide grunts.
Yeah, so did Reach.
Such a bad design. I'm like, why are you doing this?
I mean, it was funny.
Damn it!
It was irritating as hell. Mm-hmm. Like you'd be hiding from something and then you hear,
and like, God damn it!
Explode. That and like Halo 3 was super notorious for like one grenade cooking off every grenade for a quarter mile.
Oh my God, yeah. Chain reaction grenades.
Or like you go to smash somebody with a hammer and it sets off a grenade and blows you up.
I thought Halo 1, or Halo Combat Evolved had that too, where like if there's a whole pile of grenades, you lob a grenade in the middle of them, it just like, it expands the damage tables, just like, because like it would set off a grenade, one grenade would go flying across the room, it would set off that grenade, and it would set off another one that would go flying across the room. Yeah. So a whole hallway could just turn into like a giant ricocheting grenade pit.
Yeah, I used to play around.
Like, oh shit!
What level was it? Quarantine Zone in Halo 2.
Mm-hmm.
You get off of the gondola there at the end, and you're both as the Arbiter, so you could like one hit kill your teammate, and it would pile up 2 grenades every time. You could just do that until the game started to lag, and then you could make some massive plasma explosion. That was cool.
And then there's a skull, I think, in Halo 2 that increased the effectiveness of grenades, which is kind of a cool one. Is that cowbell?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the melee and the grenade tables were extremely expanded.
Yeah. Nothing pissed me off more than the Halo 3 multiplayer melee, though. When it first came out, it was absurd. Like, because you'd be sitting there and all of a sudden someone come up and smack you on the back and then you go flying across the entire map.
Getting melee kills in that game made my day. God damn it! It was so unnecessarily frustrating, but getting punched off the map.
It was absurd. You go flying a quarter of a mile. It's like
windmilling completely through the
ragdoll through the air, smacking against the tree or like the side of a building. You're so freaking pissed, and then show you like the kill cam or something. It's just like, this guy, beat your ass. Damn it!
Oh, that was so fun.
Yeah. I remember the trash talking lobbies they had in Halo 2 was pretty brutal.
Yeah. That and like Call of Duty. Those games were horrendous.
Oh yeah.
I've heard things
definitely unfiltered. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's like Vietnam flashbacks in there, man.
Yep.
Rough.
Interesting times. And then the other thing too was the modding.
Oh yeah.
Because back then, because it was like, once again, trailblazing, they're creating a brand new platform for people to play games online. So, you could be playing at home, your friend could be playing at home, and you're playing across the internet. It's amazing. But then also modders could join in too, where modders have specifically bugged certain things in the game to make it so like if they pick up a pistol, it doesn't shoot a bullet, it shoots a tank.
Yeah.
Or like, they'll trigger the sniper rifle to have an automatic kill shot every time to the next closest player.
Yeah, or you can just like shoot through walls.
Oh yeah. They had all kinds of crazy crap that went on with those things.
The SMG shoots rockets.
Mm-hmm. My brother Ryan, I think, ended up being like, he had a hold of my one buddy's Xbox Live account, and he recorded himself doing this, and he's just like, yeah, go ahead and jailbreak it if you want to, Ryan. My brother Ryan was a big modder, so he proceeded to mod the game, and he had like, there's a 6-hour window. They allowed you to mod before they eventually hit you with a ban hammer, and he would go on there, and he'd put on all kinds of crazy, he put on like a Christmas overlay on Sanctuary, so it was just like Santa's workshop or something like that. Everybody's like, what is this?
Yeah, there'd be people that are like, oh, I want to play like the modded maps. I want to do some mod stuff. I was like, well, it's gonna ban your account. I don't care.
Right.
Come on.
And then there was the Killtrocity modded map pack, which is really cool that Ryan ended up downloading, where it's like, what's it? The coagulation blood gulch level was actually on the moon. It was like a moon base. I'm like, this is awesome. Like the skybox was space.
Yeah.
You saw Earth in the background. I'm like, this feels very Doom or Duke Nukem-esque. I'm like, this is crazy.
The Sentinel beam was a jetpack.
Oh yeah. You sit there and aim at the ground, and you're just like flying around the map. You're like,
yeah, the gravity was all wrong. Like,
yeah, you could actually jump, and you'd be like coming down very slowly. Yeah, it's like, whoa, this is nuts.
Yeah, there was a lot of wild maps.
Oh yeah, and then you could actually pilot a Pelican too, I think.
Yeah, I think they might have had the Phantoms in there too. I don't remember.
Yeah, maybe. But I remember there was all kinds of stuff. Like there was, I think, the sniper rifle blast. I think on the moon one, you could actually see like a big red trail.
Oh yeah,
that like basically like showed your position. It's like, damn it,
it's like a laser gun or something.
Mm-hmm.
Space lasers.
They had all kinds of cool stuff with that little mod pack. We only did a couple of system links like that.
Yeah. And
that's the other thing I need to talk on too is, my God, the LAN parties.
Yeah.
We used to have so many of those things back in the day, and they were so much fun.
So much pizza. And Mountain Dew was consumed.
Mm-hmm. Good old game fuel.
Yeah. I've definitely shaved a few years off my life with
that.
My God. But it was entirely worth it.
Yep. Oh my God! At one point, we had like I think 32 people in the house.
Yeah.
Like two full 16-player lobbies at one time.
Yeah.
People jumping out of windows and all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah. It was a wild time.
I feel bad for your parents' electric bill.
Yeah. Oh, they didn't care. They were out in the country, so barely used anything anyway. But yeah, the amount of TVs and Xboxes we probably had them like overheating.
Yeah.
So it was a wild time playing all those Halo games back then because we couldn't screen cheat. So everybody had to have their own screen unless they were on a team.
Yep.
And their own individual box. Like, I forget how many copies of Halo went missing or controllers went missing because people would just take them.
Yeah, things got mixed up and swiped.
Oh, yeah. And the amount of like land routers we went through, I don't know what kept happening to those things.
Yeah.
Everybody kept either taking them or they just broke.
Yeah, they're like the Game Shark ones. You would think for being in a metal case, they would like
Last longer.
yeah, they were crap.
Yeah, the plastic ones I know they broke like crazy. I think I bought a couple Pelican ones
Yeah.
and they broke.
And like the Ethernet cords, the little clip thing on them would always break off
Yes.
super easy, and then
And
they
that pissed
fall
me
out.
Yeah, exactly. They'd be like, someone would trip over a cord and they would yank it out and like, I lost connection.
Max would go through the hallway carrying an entire pizza and trip over the cords and destroy them.
Max, no! Everybody, like half the people lose connection. Guys, got to restart. Dang it! Son of a bitch!
Oh god, you remember the sword lunging thing?
Oh my god, yeah, the rocket sword.
Yeah, the rocket lunge.
Mm-hmm. Sword lunge, yeah, the rocket lunge.
Yeah, you could originally before the game updated, you could get take a rocket launcher and get a red reticle with it, and then
If you switched your sword real quick, you would lunge
you could
however far.
yeah, you could like even with the sniper rifle, if you zoomed in and got a red reticle, you could go across coagulation and some hilarious lunge with the sword.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of those things that got.
You'd see someone just like flying across the map like some kid on a bike in ET. And you're just like, na, 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 na.
Yeah, that got knocked out of there after one of the updates.
And the brute shot was a new weapon they introduced in the game. And I remember like the original the melee was way stronger than the original or something like that. Or no, like the melee wasn't that strong, and then they upgraded it. But they reduced the damage. I think the original damage tables of the brute shot was just ridiculous. They weakened it, but they increased the melee power in it, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember if the melee thing or melee for that was a one-hit kill or two. I want to say it was two.
But I know they messed with the brute shot with that recent update.
Yeah.
So, and then they killed out the rocket lunge. It's like, damn it.
Yeah.
Because that was fun to watch. Just like, oh.
The E3 trailer for that, for Halo 2, the brute shot showed up and it was shooting plasma grenades. Or plasma bolts, whatever. It wasn't the grenades that bounce around. And
They were still going through or working all the different bugs and everything for that game. So
yeah, that was
kind of feeling their way through.
the first time you saw the Shadow and the Goshawk.
Yep.
God, the Goshawk was so good.
Well, the big thing too was hijacking, because you couldn't like hijack. Because as soon as an enemy got into like a ghost, or if, like an enemy player got into a ghost, they just like either run you over or just like
Everybody remembers getting killed by those things.
Right, but now you can basically hold X or like a certain button, and you can basically jump on that player's thing and kick them out of it and take over their car. It's just like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah, those guys in the bonus disc. He's like, oh, the dude jumps on the cruiser and kicks him off. Oh, it was over. It's over. How are we gonna beat this game?
I lost it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was Orlando Jones too.
The one thing I didn't like, even though, I mean, it makes more sense, they made the Warthog more combustible. Like, those things, they blow up so easy now. Like, in Halo 1, they can never destroy them.
What's funny is, like, the Halo 1 ones had health. They had a health bar. The Hog didn't, but the Ghost did.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Ghost had a health bar.
But the vehicles in Halo 2, you could stay in them as long as you could. Like, they wouldn't blow up. They just got really, really, like, damaged. But they would never explode the way they do in Halo 3.
Yeah. Unless somebody hit with a rocket or grenade.
Well,
then
yeah.
boom!
Yeah, whatever killed you would kill the vehicle, but as long as you were alive, the vehicle stayed alive, which I thought was hilarious, because like the Warthog would be spouting flames and the wheels are wiggling around and flopping, and yeah, like all the armor plating was gone.
I still remember the most recent Halo party that you hosted, which was really cool. Throwback to like our old Halo days, because we had hooked up to X-Link Kai. That's a whole other topic. But I remember we had a fully loaded cart with me, Sean, and Jeremy. I was driving the Warthog, and we were playing it headlong, I think. And I ended up like ramping it over that big old ramp there. And Bernie was sitting there with a beam rifle, beamed me, the driver, out of that thing. Those guys went careening and smashing into the wall. Couldn't drive anywhere. Like, Eric, drive! I'm like, my character's dead! Can't go anywhere!
I came over, I stick that, somebody blew that up.
Yeah. I don't know who the heck got him, but I was just like, damn it, Bernie. Great shot.
Or somebody blew that thing up because it was a topic of hilarity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was such a throwback. That reminds me way back then. There were some crazy shots that went on back then, too.
Yeah.
I remember Niederheiser got freaking pissed. We had this one character name, it was called Fucking Dragons. And I just remember, like, he was playing downstairs and I was playing as Fucking Dragons, and I'm just going around, and I ended up sniping his ass, like, right in the head.
Yeah.
I just remember hearing through the floor, "Who's Fucking Dragons?"
Was that before or after he jumped out of the window?
Yeah, that might have been. Might have been before. Drove him nuts, jumped out the window. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we had such like crazy names. And there was one we got from, we used to rent over at Family Video. They used to be able to let you rent game consoles. So we rented an original Xbox. It was like, what, I think $30 to $40 a night or something like that. Pretty crazy, but it's cool they let you do that. And I remember the one custom character they had on there was Stank Poop.
Oh, that was CE, yeah.
Yeah, Halo CE was Stank Poop. So ever since then, we've always had a Stank Poop character.
Yeah, that's like a staple. It has to be there.
Yep. So, but yeah, if you ever see us playing online, yeah, my gamer name was always Mega Brownie, and Kevin's always Radioactized Mice.
Yeah, because I'm an idiot and couldn't spell radioactive, so there was a C instead of a V. And I ran with it for 20 years.
Oh, yeah. Old school Halo players. I mean, Kevin's probably a lot more seasoned than I am with that type of stuff because, I mean, kind of more of a casual player more than anything now.
I'm real bad.
Yeah.
I haven't played online against people in a couple years.
But that's the thing, going back and playing on the old Xbox 360s, like, this is different than the Master Chief Collection because Master Chief Collection, like, it has a whole different feel to the Halo and everything.
It does.
But yeah, if you go back and play on the Xbox 360 and the original Xboxes, because they're compatible with Halo 1 and Halo 2.
Yeah.
And you played on there, it really is a whole different feel. Like, even I think Bernie and the guys are commenting, like, oh my God, using the original Xbox controller, it's so clunky and feels like it's not as responsive as the Xbox One is.
There was one console there was a weird latency in the controller.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what.
I think it was the original box.
Yeah, it might have been.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if we just maybe need to set the sensitivity up a little higher or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there.
Mm-hmm.
But like with MCC, remember when they're like, oh yeah, Halo 2 anniversary is going to be a thing. Exactly as it shipped 20 years ago or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was absolutely a straight to your face lie.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what most 343 stuff's kind of known for now. Yeah, they basically fill you with fake marketing, like it's gonna be this, and it turns out completely different.
Yeah,
it's just like, yeah, we get that. I remember that was the last midnight release for Halo. We really kind of participated in. We went there over at GameStop, went there at midnight, got our game, came back. Oh yeah, there was a massive 8-hour download before you can even begin to play it, and we're like, damn it!
Oh, that was Halo 5.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Yeah.
And that one too.
Yeah, that was rough. We're like, oh yeah, this will be fun. No, we couldn't play it until morning.
Yeah,
that was horse shit.
Damn it! Because remember, like Halo 3 when it came out, I remember we all like jumped into it. I think right there and just kind of slammed through it.
Even Halo 4.
Halo 4 even, yeah, because Bernie was playing with us.
Me and Bernie went back and beat it.
And that final level where you're running with the ship, one person would die and everybody's screen would shake, and then it would cause someone else to run into another screen or run into another like obstacle. It would shake the screen again, and you're like, no! So we're periodically just like alternatively taking like turns, just shaking each other's screen until everybody's dead and you have to restart the mission.
Yeah, flying the fighters. Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was an absurd way to end that game. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, it's good memories. But that's the one thing too with the more recent Halo, no co-op. Yeah. Like Halo Infinite they're like, oh yeah, co-op's coming, and it never showed up. You're like, God damn it!
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because people like sort of tweaked the game a little bit and they got it to work.
Really?
Yeah. It was right there. They just didn't.
Yep.
But I guess what I hear about Infinite is it wasn't really the 343 team. It was like the Microsoft people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some 343 leadership also.
The whole reason I think that the reason why they didn't do co-op or anything like that is because they were trying to sell more boxes.
It could be. To
have more people basically just get more involved with multiplayer, and not to mention all the rec packs or microtransactions. That's where they really want their cash cow to come from, because that way the game is basically just feeding itself with constant microtransactions.
Oh yeah, you want the color blue? That'll be $8.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, before it used to be like some unlockable achievement, like you do all this crazy stuff and you can get this skin to prove how good of or badass of a Halo player you are.
Yeah, like Halo
That's
3.
like now for $3.
Yeah, Halo 3, you do whatever it was. You got the Hayabusa armor with the katana.
I love the one critic that said, like, because they called them wreck packs, and he said, Halo wants you to get wrecked. And just like, brilliant.
Don't do it.
Yep. Microtransaction-y. Oh, but yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, Halo 2 is before any of those. I mean, they did have, like, I think on Xbox Live, when it was still up and running, you could buy the extra packs. Before they came out with the map pack extra disc where you could download them, you could buy those different packs on there for like a set premium if you had a credit card hooked up to your console. So, and I remember, you could be able to buy those, but then once again, they'd be uncompatible with you and your friends. Yeah. All your friends have to buy those map packs in order to play together.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at least you felt like you were getting something for your money.
Mm-hmm. Well, it went a lot further with that stuff rather than just, constantly buying like little thing here, like a little cosmetic there. Because, all the cosmetics is just, they all add up.
Yeah, I don't like new age of gaming.
It all started with that damn horse armor from Oblivion.
That's what the internet blames it on.
It does. I just like how that is just the one pivotal piece in video game history that has just unleashed this torrent of microtransaction-y craziness.
Yeah, the damn horse arm.
Do you ever see the online skit? This one guy said, "Wait, don't buy that. It'll cause like a crazy chain of reactions that you don't even." Well, yeah, but it's armor for my horse.
Yeah,
I bought it. And the guy's like, "No!"
I did see that.
Yeah, fantastic. I don't know why that is the one point in history where they're just like, "Oh, Bethesda's the trailblazer there."
Yeah,
So friggin', and that's why I'm terrified for the next Elder Scrolls, Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah,
Like, I hope it's not a microtransaction pit, and I know it's gonna be.
I hope that never
Dang
happens.
it.
I almost hope it doesn't happen.
The creation kit, yeah, because you played the modern, what's that, Halo?
Skyrim.
Yes, modern Skyrim, where they have like all kinds of stuff you can buy for $6 here, and for $20 you can get like, the Forgotten whatever, blah blah blah. And it's like, oh god. So here it starts.
Yeah, I want to know like if that money goes to Bethesda or if since it's like the creation kit, if they like who gets the money?
Exactly.
If it's like the people that built the stuff, which that's cool. I mean, you built something really big and awesome.
Or if it's like some shady thing where it's like, okay, we'll advertise your thing on here. We'll take a 60% cut and we'll give you 20%.
right, and then yeah, I would like the majority of it to go to the creators.
Be nice, but I have no idea how that works on there.
Yeah, I have no idea. Let's see, I've got a stupid list of stuff here. Changes from Halo 1 to 2. There's a lot.
Yeah, well, graphic-wise, definitely. So Master Chief's aesthetic looks way more polished, I think, in Halo 2 than it ever did in Halo
I have
1.
any idea how much this armor costs, son?
Yeah. He's actually got like the cool little like what's that? 5 dots. It looks like kind of like a dice
On the
on his
top of
hand.
gauntlet.
Yeah, it looks cool. Tell that to the Covenant. I like the shields recover quicker. You don't have the damn health packs.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the health pack thing was annoying.
There's a meme like Master Guns. He's like, you have any idea how much expensive this gear is, son? Tell that to the Covenant. And he's like talking to the three prophets. He's like, do you have any idea how expensive this gear is, son?
Tell that to the Coven.
We're here. Gosh.
So there's no assault rifle, no super pistol,
The assault, but they traded for the SMG. The dual wielding SMGs was just killer.
and they gave you the battle rifle.
Yep.
So they sort of split that gun.
Yep. And then they got rid of the battle rifle and put in a DMR, I think, later on.
And reach.
Mm-hmm.
There was no super pistol.
Mm-hmm.
No sniper shotgun.
Everybody keeps harkening back to that Halo 1 pistol. That thing was legendary.
Yeah.
Zoom in, that took a hell of a shot, too.
The rocket launcher could lock on in Halo 2.
Mm-hmm.
They expanded the Covenant arsenal quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
They added
I was going to say they had the carbine and everything else in there.
fuel rod gun you could pick up.
The Brute plasma rifle.
Yeah. The brute shot, the energy sword,
Yep. Beam rifle.
beam rifle.
And the fucking focus rifle.
Yeah, that.
Halo Reach was annoying. That guy, he was just like, I'm going to put this one jackal over there where no one can get to it, and he can like beam down at you and knock you out of your
Yeah.
zoom. It's like, dang it!
Just give them beam rifles, man.
Yep.
Just let me get one shot killed,
Those
please.
things were absurd.
The heretics, they added the heretics.
Yeah, heretics were interesting because they added more to, I think, the Covenant side of stories.
Yeah.
So.
The prophets are lies.
The two sentinel beams.
Mm-hmm.
The blue one.
The
and
blue one was interesting.
The blue one was strong.
Yeah.
The sentinel enforcer.
Mm-hmm.
The big guy with the shields and the mortars.
Oh, yeah. All those little like red things would be flying at you, kind of like little mini needlers. You're like, what the hell is this?
Gauss hog.
The Gauss Hog was nice.
They switched the.
Still wish they put the Rocket Hog in there.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like the colors. He looks like Pittsburgh Steelers crap.
Yeah.
I'm just like, ugh.
Oh, they added it to reach.
Yeah, Halo PC had them.
Yeah.
So, which is kind of cool.
The spanker
And I
hog.
think they finally added them, I think, in the Master Chief Collection, too, didn't they? For Halo CE. They didn't add it for Halo 2, but I think for Halo CE they did.
I can't remember if they put the rocket hog in there or just the color scheme.
I think it's in there. I don't know if it's a different type, though, because I think it, like, I don't know if it goes in, like, a timer thing, because before it used to be able to fire, like, 3 rockets, and then it would reset, it would go...
Yeah, because it was just a couple spankers stuck on the
Mm-hmm.
hog. You could drive the Wraith in Halo 2.
Yeah. Wraith is cool. It sucks that you couldn't use, like, the little mini turrets in the very front.
Yeah.
Because, like, what? I think in Halo 1 or Halo 2, they actually had the mini turrets that they could use, but you couldn't. You're like, damn it!
Yeah, it was Halo 2. They would just, you'd go up by it and it would just.
Yep, and just like slowly mow down your shields. You're like, damn it, no, 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 no!
But that thing, if you drove it, you could fire the cannon real fast.
Oh, yeah.
Real fast.
Arc that sucker. Just...
All the Covenant vehicles having boost.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nice
Boost is a
addition.
cool little thing, especially for the Wraith.
Yeah.
You can really mess with people that are trying to charge at you or steal your thing. You're like, not today.
Zap. The Spectre.
Blam. Mm-hmm. Spectre was kind of cool. I'd say they got rid of that one.
Yeah, I mean,
Because you could have up to 4 people on a Spectre.
yeah. Putting the Revenant in Halo Reach was a neat sort of change, I guess.
What about the Brute Chopper?
Yeah.
Was that in Halo 3 or was that Halo 2?
3. God, I got absolutely ravished by those things.
Oh, yeah.
Playing Halo 3. I'd be fighting something and one would just come from nowhere and blow through like whatever vehicle I was in.
They blast through like all kinds of ghosts and everything.
Yeah. Oh, the Marines and the AI could drive in Halo 2. That was cool.
Yeah, they could hop in ghosts and stuff like that finally.
Yeah.
They were completely worthless.
The Flood driving vehicles. Mm-hmm. That was nuts.
Yeah, that got annoying. It's like, damn it.
I feel like the expanded audio for the Flood was really, really good.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I mean, like, they made some cool noises in CE, but they made more cool noises.
Oh, yeah. In Halo 2 and beyond.
Yeah, they kept a lot of those noises for 3.
The Flood really went through all kinds of transformations. I think in the third one more than the second one.
Yeah.
Because they had like the morphing forms, which I hated those damn things in the third one.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the pure forms. It was a cool idea, but...
It was obnoxious because like they were basically invincible while they were going through a transformation phase. You're like, damn it.
Yeah, unless you hit them with like a sword or a rocket.
Yep.
Or a hammer. But even then, if you hit them with a hammer, like sometimes it wouldn't kill them.
Yeah, it would just like bounce them back and they come flying back at you again. It's like, damn it.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of those things. Mm-hmm. They were okay.
Yep. Grunt dialogue was always fantastic, though.
Yeah, Joe Staten delivering gold.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I'll give Infinite credit for is the grunts talk so much shit in that game. It's fantastic. You'll defeat me. No nipple for you, dum-dum. Okay. There was the
Grunt Rebellion.
I feel like there was remember the hidden grunt in the end of the first Halo?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there was one of them in Halo 2 somewhere, and I can't remember if that's real or not. Like there was one just kind of cowering saying hilarious things.
Oh, yeah. They had all kinds of moments like that throughout the game. Yeah, like I said, tons of Easter eggs are kind of hilarious. Even in the book, I think there was supposed to be that one grunt leader, and I think like an elite, that because they were like showing you like different perspectives throughout that book, The Flood.
Oh yeah, and The Flood.
And like I think that was the one where like Cortana took control of the elevator, Chief tossed a grenade and like killed everybody.
Yeah, because
before he jumped in, I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they put a shade turret in there. That's one thing that differs from the game. Like in the game, you go to that elevator and there's like 3 elites and a few grunts.
Mm-hmm.
But in the book, there's an elite and a turret and a few grunts.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
and Cortana, takes control of the elevator
and drops
him down there, and they just blast him. Like,
yeah, it was Zukazamami and his buddy Yayap.
Mm-hmm. Yap, that's his name. Yeah. Isn't he the one who like basically like he became like a grunt commander or something like that? Everybody resented him. All the elites are just like, this fucking guy.
That's Yap.
Yap.
He's a Halo Wars 2 leader. Because at first I'm like, no way that dude survived, but I guess it's a different character.
It's just like
they added a letter to his name.
Freaking grunt.
The Grunt Rebellion.
Yeah, that was where the elites started to respect the grunts a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They found out they weren't worthless turds. Just like 10% worthless turds.
Yep. All their methane tanky goodness.
Yeah, right.
Jackals were interesting. I think didn't they change the color of one of their shields, I think, in Halo 1 to Halo 2?
Yeah, in Halo 1 it was like green and yellow. The other one it's like no, they were still green and yellow.
Were they?
Yeah, it was Halo 3 that they changed them.
They changed them in the third one.
The Hunters got a different cannon in Halo 2.
They also took more than one shot to kind of bring down, didn't they?
Yeah, you couldn't just one hit them with a shot. Well, maybe the shotgun. Sniper rifle might have been 2.
Yeah. But I remember, like, you could basically do a little dance with a hunter in the first Halo game where they're like, and they're charging at you.
Yeah.
Just, like, casually sidestep to the side, bring out the pistol, whack them in the back in that little orange spot, and they're down.
Yeah, the one thing I found that works pretty well, and you only get to do it once or twice in the game, is dual brute plasma rifles to the hunter. Really cooks them.
Oh, yeah. I've done that before. Just blasting.
We've discussed the Jackal snipers.
Yes. And how we can avoid them with a grenade jump and just completely walk past Sniper Alley.
Yeah.
It's like, forget that nonsense. As we should.
Something they did with the Flood is because you could headshot Flood in Halo 2.
Yeah. But they're like in the chest, I think, aren't they? Yeah.
And it would knock the body down, but then a new infection form could get in there.
Yeah, and bring him back up. That pissed me off. It's like, damn it.
I thought that was a really cool mechanic.
Yep. I like how you could take the sword and then you could like tear up the body so it can't come back. That's kind of a cool concept.
Break down the bodies. Yeah, that was. I enjoyed how they expanded the Flood in that way.
You could blast it with a shotgun or slash it with a sword, and it would just like disintegrate that body, so like the Flood couldn't infest it again.
Speaking of shooting them with shotgun, is in the end of Quarantine Zone when you get to the control room, has the Arbiter. You get off the gondola thing and you run through, and there's all these elite Flood bodies laying around. You can take the shotgun in the original build of that game. I don't understand why, and I don't remember how I figured this out. You can take the shotgun and shoot them in the leg, and the bodies would slide across the floor. I don't understand.
Whee!
Yeah. Like if it had a big stretch of open floor, it would slide for like as far as it could, and it would hit a wall, and the body would flop, and that would be it. But
Wild.
I don't understand.
What the fuck?
The grave mine was different. They really expanded like the Covenant ranks with the various armors. There was a couple different stealth kinds and 25 different colors of grunt.
Oh yeah. Yeah, remember the different ranking system they had there? Well, I remember, like, back in Halo Combat Evolved, they had a black elite, didn't they?
Yeah, sadly, they ditched the straight black armor.
Oh, it looks so good, though.
Yeah, they made them purple.
Well, even in, I think the customization you could do in Halo 2, which is way, like, there was a lot more customization in that one compared to the first Halo.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't choose black, you could only choose steel.
Steel.
I'm like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, I don't know if that had something to do with, like, the lighting,
I don't know.
or so you couldn't
I always
hide
thought that was goofy. I'm just like, you could be, a black character and, like, or black colored Spartan, I think, in the first one, and then this one was, like, steel.
Yeah, and the armor looks so good.
And then there's, like, the different emblems you could choose
Yeah.
to, like, basically be like your little, your symbol when you're going into Xbox Live, and people would take their grenade or the rocket and, like, transform the background colors and make it look like a dick.
Yeah, there could be PPs made out of those that were hilarious.
Yep. Children in the mind.
Internet people at their best.
Oh, my gosh. Mine's in the gutter, totally.
Scarab was new. Playable elites. That was
Playing as the lead, but the thing is, no one wanted to do that because your head had a bigger surface area, so it was easier to get killed. So
yeah.
that's why no one ever played as an elite.
That was. I know it had a big draw, and I know that people are still mad at 343 for never bringing it back. It was neat. I did it for a little bit.
I was still confused about, like, okay, when we played Halo 3 for, I think, the first time, you could play 4-player co-op, which was unheard of in any Halo game.
Yeah.
And you played as, like, 2 other rando elites.
Yeah, that hung out with the Arbiter.
Yeah, I'm just like, who the heck are these 2 clowns? Like, one's a blue elite and the other one's a red elite, right?
Yeah, it was Enthos Rome and Usei Taham.
Yeah. But they were not in any cutscenes or anything, so it's just kind of like they were there but not.
Yep.
I'm just like, what?
Yeah, they only really show up in the expanded lore now. I mean, Bungie fleshed them out a little bit, but then they brought them back for a couple books. I guess they're pretty tight with the Arbiter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
But that's what I mean, like, in the cutscenes and everything, they're not there.
Yeah, they're not there.
I'm just like, what the heck? So it's like you're playing, but you're not playing?
Yeah, it's like
makes sense.
We're here, but we're not here.
Yeah.
Shadow characters.
Yeah. That being said, I do like the addition of Arbiter in Halo 2. I think it was a fantastic look into a whole different world.
Yeah, and I think one of my bigger issues with Halo 3 is that Halo 2 set the bar too high for me.
Yeah.
And
finishing this fight.
Yeah.
The cliffhanger ending, absolutely just like threw fans into a rage. Like, we gotta wait another 3 years, damn it!
And I feel like Halo 3, in my opinion, just didn't follow through on the swing.
I kind of feel that way too. I feel like there was a big miss.
It was good, but I'm not saying there's not issues with Halo 2, but I feel like I find way more plot holes in Halo 3. But again, I'm not saying Halo 3 is bad. It's just definitely not my favorite by any stretch.
That's how I felt too. I felt like the ending was kind of like, oh, this is the ending. And honestly, I had it spoiled for me too. So I'm like, damn it.
I will give Halo 3 the credit where it's due. It had the best ending of any of the games. Chief goes in the cryopod.
Wake me when you need me.
And it's got that little musical bit right there. And I'm like, this is the absolute best end they could have had for him. And if they would have just left him there instead of waking him up in Halo 4.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have had Halo
left
4
in a mystery.
Yeah, just bring him back when you need him. But also, if maybe they think he's dead, and I feel like that's a good end for him.
Down goes curtain.
Yeah,
applause all around.
Yeah, the Arbiter wants to go home.
Then Bungie exits to go start Destiny
After
Halo Reach,
and 3 for ODST.
But yeah, overall, like I said, still very pleased with Bungie's work when they were in full control of Halo with everything. Because boy, it really had a whole different feel to it. And not to mention, the ratings too, because the new subsequent Halo games are like T for teen.
Yeah.
Compared to back then when they were M for mature, and they had a lot more like adult theming things. Even though there was a lot of like kid humor throughout the thing too, but like there was a lot of very serious things. Like there was death.
There was also blood.
Oh yeah.
There's
lots of blood.
No blood in like the newer ones. One thing that I can't forgive is some of the sound designs for Bungie games. Some were good, but like Halo 3's assault rifle sounds like garbage.
Well, how about them getting rid of Marty O'Donnell?
I don't know if that was them.
Really?
They're internet people. If any of you hear this, I'm not totally read in on all the Marty drama, but there was some sort of disputes going on there.
Really behind the scenes?
Yeah. Some people blame Marty. Some people, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's an anti-Marty crowd and a pro-Marty crowd. And
Yeah. I just know his soundtracks for Halo really did make Halo. I'm just like, damn. I do miss him.
Those are right up there for with Lord of the Rings for me as far as music.
Mm-hmm. Elder Scrolls, Jeremy Soule.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But you were just saying, like, even listening to, like, the old menu screens that you don't have access to in the Master Chief Collection. Going back, listening, playing on the 360 or the original Xbox, like, you hear just, like, the original Halo.
Yeah, like, turning on, like, Halo 2, and it goes through, like, the little cell division Bungie menu screen thing in the beginning, and it's got the guitar, and I'm like, oh, my God. It's getting the nostalgia juices going. And it gets the menu, and I'm like, oh, God, I'm about to cry.
Yep. Halo 3 is just, like, that very soft piano key, isn't it?
Yeah, well, dun, 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 yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jeremy still raves about that one. He loves the Halo 3 soundtrack, especially.
In E minor.
Mm-hmm.
The Steelbook. Halo 2 coming in the Steelbook was neat.
Mm-hmm. The collector's edition.
Yeah, I buy those every time I find one at the exchange. I collect it.
Yep. Just to have them.
Yep.
Actually, I think a few of mine still have the whole Xbox Live code in there or something. There's a little promotional code in there. I'm like, that's kind of cool. So I like how they had that in the 2 days of Xbox Live Gold subscription were hilarious.
Hell?
Give it a try. And after that, make sure to put your credit card on here so we can bill you.
Right.
Like, what? Like such a bait and switch. Like, come on. You know exactly what you're doing. But yeah, all the different, like, what other kind of editions came out with Halo 2? Like, okay, was there a special Halo 2 console? Yeah, I feel like there was. What was that one?
Was that the green one?
No, the green one was Halo Combat Evolved.
Oh,
the first Halo.
I don't believe that there was a Halo 2 console then.
Halo 2 console.
They ditched from Halo 1 to 2, they ditched the night vision on the sniper rifle.
Mm. Yeah, there's the blue one.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I think it actually came out in Japan.
Okay.
It was a Japan exclusive. Dun, dun, dun. It doesn't say anything about Halo on it, though, which is wild. Like, the Halo Combat Evolve, Combat Evolve one actually has Halo written on the side of the green translucent one. But the blue one's got, like, nothing.
See, I thought the green one was the Halo 2 one, but I believe, you are correct. It is the CE one.
And then there's the Halo 3 edition, like the olive green with, like, the orange hard drive. Did you have that one?
No.
I thought somebody had the Halo 3 edition.
I thought it was you.
I don't think I ever had that. Not the Halo 3 one. I ended up having the Xbox 360 Elite, the black one.
Yeah.
So we ended up getting that one. And then the Halo 4 one was kind of cool looking, too. Kind of had all the like 400 looking structures on the side.
Yeah, I think every iteration of the 360 had a Halo edition.
Yep, sounds right. And then the Reach one wasn't anything special. I don't think. It was like a bunch of stars or something. Like, that's interesting.
I didn't know they made a Reach console.
Yeah, there was a Reach one. I remember Halo 5's. Halo 5, I think, was like very blue and white.
Yeah.
Sounds right. The Halo Infinite one looked very interesting.
I have that one.
I was going to say, I think you got that one.
Thanks, Ange.
Mm-hmm. That was nice. Present from your fiance, so well done. Shout out to Angie. Well done. Well-deserved gift. But yeah, all the different like Halo consoles that come out through the years, and the Halo controllers are interesting too.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those.
Did you see the ridiculous promotion for Sonic the Hedgehog? Like the most, I think it was, I don't know if it was Sonic 2. They had like a Sonic and Knuckles controller. It was like a furry controller.
Ew.
I'm just like, oh my God, they get like all kinds of grime and crap on it. Like, how are you supposed to clean that thing?
You saw the Deadpool one, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. It looks like his butt cheeks
his butt.
on the back. It's just like, what the hell is this?
Comedy gold.
Yeah.
As far as stuff changing from CE to 2, it's just little shit. Like the flashlight doesn't have a battery.
Oh, yeah.
It just kind of shuts off.
The thing I always like more, I like playing as the Arbiter because he had active camo for like a good like couple or like 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, and then they switched it out for the... That's one thing I didn't like about Halo 3. I hated his armor. Mm-hmm. Absolutely hated it.
Yeah, it was just like, what the hell?
It's only a little different, but it was enough for me to not like it. Mm-hmm. And they gave him a damn flashlight.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah, right. I wanted more active camo. Damn it.
Give the Arbiters cool stuff.
Yeah, make him more distinguishable compared to Master Chief. Just like, okay, you need him for stealth? Here you go. Send player 2 to go. Yeah, because that was the thing. If you played co-op, second player was always Arbiter.
Yeah.
And first player was Master Chief.
There was no Master Chief clones.
Yep. Yeah, ridiculous. Should have been another Spartan. That would have been more balanced, you know?
They ditched the Spirit dropship, the U-shaped dropships, in place of the Phantom.
Yep. Could have played as George.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
He's still wandering out there in space.
He's alive, man.
Yep.
Him and Noble Six are kicking it.
Who could have the noblest death competition? That's basically what Halo Reach turned into. Just a cluster.
They apparently all died.
What about June? June's technically still out there, right?
Yeah, he's alive. But like all the Noble Team characters die in like a manner that is
Related to like their strength or something.
Yeah.
It's very like irony fitting.
Yeah.
Because like what? Kat gets like nailed in the head and she's like the brains of the group.
Yeah. The captain, Carter, captain going down with his ship.
Yep. Like blast, yeah. It's like, I'll see you on the other side, guys.
Yeah. Like,
and then Emil basically takes it like what? In the back?
He's the close quarters guy. He goes down in close quarters.
Yep. I'm ready. How about you?
Noble 6 was told to leave that lone wolf stuff behind. And the last mission
mission's Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf.
Yep. And he left it behind.
Yeah. Maybe. I think he's living in a cave. Hidden Xperia says he's living in a cave somewhere.
That was a very unique type of feel for a game. Like,
It was.
Kind of close to Halo 2 in a lot of ways, too, because there was a lot of customization you could do with your character.
Unparalleled customization.
Oh, yeah. It was cool. And you could actually don, like, I think the actual Halo 2 armor, the Mark V armor and everything in there. It's kind of cool.
That's CE.
Was it?
Yeah.
Or is it Merc? Yeah, your new armor's a Merc 6.
Much more resilient.
Yep.
Step on in the zapper.
Capacitor, totally fried.
You know how expensive this gear is, son? Cortana's not purple anymore.
Oh, yeah. And she's also wearing a suit now, too, isn't she?
No, she's still naked.
I thought it was, like, in the more...
the new ones?
Yeah, in Halo Infinite, like, that whole story arc with Cortana is just like, oh...
Yeah,
it's Cortana, but not Cortana.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go. I gave you what the fans wanted.
I like that they kind of gave her, like, they gave actual Cortana another out, but she had a good enough out in Halo 4. You ruined it.
Right. And you're just like
ruined it.
beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
You brought back the dead horse and you beat it down again. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
It's like, stop, they're already dead.
He's
I felt with that.
dead.
Like, oh, no, Cortana, no, Cortana. Oh, my God. Oh, no, not again. Oh, God. It's just getting worse. It's literally how I felt going through it. But I'm like, no, oh, my God. Oh,
Some of the fan servicey stuff in there was pretty cool, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like when they bring up the memory from Captain Keyes. Mm-hmm. You made a copy of yourself, Catherine. Mm-hmm. Huh. They actually got Pete Stacker back in there. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
Good to see you, Master Chief.
Good to see you, Fast Relief. Mm-hmm. Cracking knees.
Good to see you.
To give the Covenant back their bomb, that was a cool callback to that.
Sir,
that
permission
trailer.
to leave the station. For what purpose, Master Chief? Ron Perlman, by the way.
Yeah.
Voice, what's it, Lord Hood?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was a good cast.
Oh my gosh, legendary.
Tim Dodabo does a bunch of voices. They got Nathan Fillion to do some voices.
Oh yeah, Nathan Fillion. That's how I kind of recognize him because I always think he's what's his name from ODST?
Buck. He's a bunch of voices in Halo 3.
Mm-hmm.
He's
a Spartan. I think they turned him into in Halo 5.
Yeah.
So that's the only redeeming quality I feel for Halo 5. I was like, hey, there's Buck. He's a Spartan now. Okay.
What's crazy is that character was supposed to be Thorn from Halo 4.
Really?
Yeah. But I think they...
It was like, everybody likes Buck. He's already established. Let's just do this.
Yeah.
Yep. Hello, beautiful.
Get set for combat drop.
Oh, that's right. Get set.
That was...
He had like that weird love thing going on with the commander.
Yeah.
And Buck, I'm the commander here.
Dare.
Like, you haven't been killing these things, have you? No, not at all.
How many did you kill? A few.
Mm-hmm. The freaking engineers, you won't find out till later that they're actually like on your side. It's like, damn it. They're actually little peaceful creatures who are just minding their own business.
Yeah, just doing engineer stuff.
Floating around and then...
Nice splody vest.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. But yeah, and then the one thing difference between Halo 1 and Halo 2 as well was the U-shaped dropships and then the Phantoms. The Phantoms made their appearance in Halo 2.
Yeah.
And I always thought they were like, more robust. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, the U-shaped dropship was definitely like... I kind of like that as more of, hey, it's definitely an alien
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously the Phantom is alien as hell too, but
Yeah.
like the first time you play CE, one of those things.
Yeah, it really felt like a true alien coming down like, oh my gosh, and
like
they're dropping off things.
This shit is wild.
Mm-hmm. The Phantoms feel way more practical and safer too, though, because they actually had like multiple cannons or something that they're shooting.
And the
Because they had like three of them.
The
portal in the middle just that felt very alien. But yeah, I don't know. I always kind of like the U-shaped ships too.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, it's very nostalgic in a lot of ways.
It is. I like that they put both types in Reach. Like,
So you saw them both. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Reach is a good, perfect send-off for Bungie because, yeah, it literally brought, like, all the games together in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
On basically Halo 3's engine, I think. So.
Yeah.
They had, like, the biggest cutscene with the most amount of, like, stuff that they could possibly throw in there at once. They had, like, multiple tanks, warthogs, and hornets flying around.
Yeah, and, like, 2 dudes on a mongoose. Really?
Yeah.
Get those guys
They
out.
go into battle on a 4-wheeler. Like, good luck.
Yeah. And then the cat wrecks the hog, and the dude does the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah. Classic. But yeah, back when Halo was Halo, and now it's
If Halo was good.
yeah,
Skibbity.
Edge the Sigma.
So freaking funny. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I could sit and probably just talk. There is much talk.
yeah.
I could do much talk.
I will talk, and you shall listen, listeners.
Yeah, I could go on for
Yeah.
instead of just trying to go through this horrendously organized list of little tiny things.
And we basically touched on a lot of this stuff, though. But
Yeah.
can we wrap it up here?
That's cool with me, man.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you for tuning in for this episode. Another episode of good old nostalgia in Halo 2 again. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see you next time, and it all depends on the situation. Take care, everybody.
Adios.
The Rizzler.
Skibbity.
Be a gritty down in Ohio.